this semifinal, down 8 to Chris Barnes. And if you're looking for one-of-a-kind PBA memorabilia and collectibles, PBA.com's auction site is the place for you. Right now, the site featuring a special U.S. Open auction with items like game-used jerseys, bowling balls, autographed items, photos, scorecards, and pin sweeps from this prestigious event. To participate, head to PBA.com and click on the auction tab. Got to get me one of them pin sweeps for my man cave. Here is Barnes in the 6th. Again, working the Dutch 200 game. Wow, is this a long setup?
How about that one? Oh, are you kidding me? I mean, you can't be serious. Chris Barnes has set up this pair perfectly for himself, and now all of a sudden he can't carry. Watch this, he almost leaves a pocket 7-10. Head pin goes to the sidewall. All of a sudden he's staring at 8. And oh, how you gotta love that messenger.
Let's remember that one. Could have been the opening that Scroggins needed to maybe take the lead in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Chris Barnes should be winning by 50 right now. Based on ball reaction, Chris Barnes, he went light in frame 2, 10 pin in frame 4, and that blower 7 in the 6th frame, and he only leads by 8 pins. And I say that because Mike-Scroggins has only hit the pocket twice.
Yeah, it's been a scrappy game for Mike-Scroggins. Again, Scroggins made the TV show at the TOC in Las Vegas. His lovely wife, Melanie, was there in attendance, and Mike was quickly dispatched in that tournament. And afterwards, the missus said, you know what, you got to come out with a little more energy. I need to see some jump, some vibe in you, son. So he made the show in Columbus and said, you know what, I think I need to pop one of them amp drinks. And he was talking about it, but he did not follow through.
Well, you cannot get it left.
But he said, I got one in my room.
Anything, get it right.
I'm going to crack that baby open for today to give himself a little pop, a little kick, and he needs some energy. He needs a boost right now.
Yeah, he needs to crack a 6-pack amp right now because he keeps missing target wide left, and he cannot. He's got to be able to find a way to miss target right and have his ball hold the line to the pocket. Richie Wolf could miss target wide left because he has a lot more hand, more revolutions, more power. That's why he was farther towards the center part of the lane and hooking it. So with that extra power, he could afford to miss a little bit left of target. Mike-Scroggins cannot.
Just 2 strikes in this semifinal match for your 2 seed, Mike-Scroggins. Norm Duke waiting in the wings as your 1 seed and defending U.S. Open champ. There you go, Scroggy. A smile of relief.
Boy, he really needed this because, again, this keeps him in the match, gives him an opportunity to throw a double, and Chris Barnes has not doubled yet.
4 strikes for Barnes, 3 for Scroggins. Seems like Barnes has taken a lot more time on his setup and approach coming out of that commercial break than he did before it.
It does, and this could be the turning point in the match right here. Chris Barnes goes high, leads to 3-6-9-10. This could be the opening that Mike-Scroggins has been looking for. Chris Barnes failed to put him away. Just let him hang around and see if he can convert the 3-6-9-10. Remember, the trouble pin is that back pin, the 9 pin. Get lucky.
Got it.
Great shot.
Got it. Both have cleaned up some ugly messes with spares. Scroggins had a washout in the 5th. Able to cover it up. And Barnes with a great pickup there in the 8th.
He's perfect on the left lane, has not struck on the right lane. He has to finish this game and this match
on the right
lane. Now what happens when he gets up in the 10th? He just went high. Was it a bad shot, or does he make an adjustment? Does he move left? If he moves to the inside part of the lane and misses too far to the right, it's going to hang and will never get back. Right now, Mike-Scroggins is in a great position to add pressure and make Chris Barnes think about his 10th frame, but it has to start with a strike here in the 9th and 2 more in the 10th.
He had a strike on this right lane in the 1st frame, nothing but spares since. What a great time. What a great time.
And maybe his best shot of this match. When he needed it most, he steps up and doubles and takes the lead.
And now moves to that left lane as we begin the 10th. What a great semifinal, and it's just leading us into what should be a memorable conclusion here at the U.S. Open. Norm Duke, your #1 seed, looking to not only defend his U.S. Open title, but also win Player of the Year honors. Mike-Scroggins, down, but resourceful, scrappy, and not out of it yet.
Well, it's certainly not over. He converts the spare here and strikes on his fill shot. He'll shoot 200 even. If Chris Barnes goes spare strike, that would be a Dutch 200 game. We would have a tie. But you knew that, didn't you, Rob Stone?
I'm all over the Dutch 200 game. Good pickup by Scroggins.
Big shot coming up right now. All 10 in his fill shot. 2-0-0 forces Chris Barnes to strike on his very first ball in the 10th to move on to the title match.
Trying to inch that thermostat up a little bit in here, Scroggins.
Remember, Chris Barnes has not struck yet on the right lane.
And also remember, if Barnes wins the title today, he's your Player of the Year. Yeah, Scroggy!
Huge! Absolutely huge.
Sits down at 2 bills. Pressure on Barnes.
Great pin action coming up. Mike-Scroggins willing him down. Come on, Kerry. 9-pin goes last. He's like, still got a shot, still got a shot.
So Barnes must strike to move on. The trade by the 8-pin.
It's got to have all 10. And all I can say is I'm absolutely speechless from the solid 8-pin that Chris Barnes just left. That shot was absolutely perfect. Coming to you from a guy that knows a thing or two about leaving solid 8s, that ball was perfect. Now, he must have all 10 right here. Has yet to strike. That last shot was absolutely perfect. I promise you, he throws this next shot the same exact way. We'll have a tie.
And a roll-off. Barnes moves on.
Wow.
Don't shake your head, Scroggy. You take it.
All I can say is unbelievable. Chris Barnes did everything he was supposed to do in that 10th frame and was robbed.
That, folks, is the U.S. Open. Plain and simple.